Hello, good evening. How's it going? I hope you're well. Thierry here from thierryvalexander.com. We are meeting as each and every single Thursday, and I'm just going to make sure that the sound is good, that the visual is fine. Please let me know on your side as well. That'd be great so that I can make sure all is fine because, technology sometimes you've got to. Please let me know on your side as well. Yeah, it looks good. So, fantastic. Well, welcome. If you're new here, I'm happy to meet you. Let me know where we kind of happen to cross path. And if you're a regular, then nice to see you. I hope you had a great week. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Today, what I want to share with you is one thing that you need to do and actually to be and to in order to be no sorry bro, 1 2 3 one thing that you need to do in order to be attractive at all time within your business as well as in your life. Now, for those of you that just joined, that's the first time we come across. Each and every single Thursday at 8 p.m. sharp, we're meeting here to, typically speaking, talk about a topic that I've shared on a blog or someone else's blog, a topic that I've shared with you in some way, shape, or form within the email that I'm sending each and every single Monday, or the new blog that comes out on thierryvalexander.com on every Monday when it's the case. So these past few weeks, I've shared with you blogs about attraction marketing, this strategy that really helps you attract people in your business, in your life, and in a way which is much more constructive, much more elegant, I would say, and also effortless compared to what we would call the forced sales strategy kind of thing, right? Now, there's one element that needs to be done in order for you to be attractive at a time in your business, and as I said, also in life in general. And it is something I've talked with a client. I'm going to share that in just a little moment, right? But just to recap, I sent you the third chapter out of 4 of the attraction marketing topic this week. I know last week I kind of let it off, and I suppose that was a good thing, because next week on Monday I will send the last chapter out of 4, and that will be the last week that I'll be on. Actually, next week, let me see. Thursday next week I will not be live yet. I might have a recorded video talking about the last chapter together, because as you may know, if you've been following me, if you've seen some of my posts on my personal profile, I will be in my 10-day silent meditation retreat that I usually do on a yearly basis. Didn't happen last year for obvious reasons. I'm glad and delighted and so excited and looking forward to be sitting that course where it's complete silence with no devices, no eye contact, no physical touch with anyone, no writing, no listening to music, no exercises, just sitting for about 10 to 11 hours a day, meditating with breaks in between, obviously. That is a practice that I do on a daily basis at home, yet I also do this 10 days straight of 10, 11 hours of practice daily in that center, or one of the centers, usually in Spain. I tend to do it over my birthday, which is in April. Again, it was closed this year in April. I'm lucky and so happy that I had managed to secure a space for myself in November, which is next week. So anyway, all that to say that I won't be live, but I will have something for you. So, stay tuned no matter what. Attraction marketing, just a quick recap, on why you should actually use attraction marketing. Have you received the emails that I've shared with you about this? Have you seen the post within this group, the Rise and Roll, if you're in the Rise and Roll community, about the attraction marketing? And if you're using it, in what way do you use it, right? Because I think there's a wrong and right way to actually do attraction marketing. The wrong way to me is to be next to a car, a flashy car, pretending it's our car, be in a hotel lobby, pretending that this is our home and our, office and stuff. This is like old school, which I've never really done because I felt that it was so in misalignment. And obviously, those people that did it must have felt misaligned as well, either consciously or unconsciously. Yet you cannot do something which is not true and be completely comfortable. Do you know what I mean? Unless you really like lying. And the right way of attraction marketing strategy is to be there of value and positioning you as a leader, expert, and authority. These are the reasons why you should actually do it the right way and use attraction marketing as a strategy within your business. It's because it positions you as a leader, as an authority, an expert within your field. It allows you to build relationships as well, rather than just you pitching your product, services, opportunity to people, and having people being refraining themselves to actually go further and follow through with you because they feel pitched every single time they see a post, they see a video of yours, an email, or something of that sort. What else it allows you to do to use the attraction marketing strategy is to create raving fans, people that truly want to be connected with you and they want to receive what you're putting out there as content. They want to connect with, they are happy to see you in their messenger box or DM in Instagram or wherever in their emails. They are happy and looking forward to actually see your content that you're putting out there to empower people in some ways, in whatever it is that you are performing as an industry. And the other reason why attraction marketing strategy is amazing is that you gain trust from your followers. You are building this like trust factor that I very often talk about, that is making them feel comfortable about buying from you without feeling that they are just a dollar sign in your eyes, in your mind. So you're building that trust factor, which is huge, because once you have the trust established with your leads, your prospects, you can then sell your product, your services, and offer your opportunity, if you have one, in a much more organic way, in a much more pleasant way, which is comfortable for everyone. And also, once the trust is established, it means that people are going to buy from you much more easily. And also, when someone has purchased from you once, these are the people that it is even easier to sell again, to sell stuff to again. Okay, whichever it might be, when you have other products or the other stuff that you already have existing in your portfolio, or when you have a launch of some sort, a new product launch, a new service launch, a new promotion that you're putting out there. Like, I've got my 12 months promotion actually right on my wall. My wall is not even big enough. I've got to put it by 2 trimesters. So I've got 6 months, which I think is good, to have a glance of 6 months, and my other 6 months is on the side, which I will put when the time is right. But anyway, and how do you actually do those things that I've just mentioned, like positioning yourself as an authority, an expert, a leader within your industry, building relationships, create raving fans, and gain trust from your audience? The how this is exactly what I've shared within the past few weeks in the attraction marketing chapters. So this week I shared the chapter number 3 out of 4. Did you receive it? And if you received it, what did you think of it? Next week on Monday, I will share the 4th and last one chapter that that will give you even more information on how to implement it effectively. But essentially, you've got everything that you need to know in order to use and implement in order to know, use, and implement this strategy of attraction marketing within your business. Really has changed everything for me. Like, I used to be the one uh, with no plans, or let's say I kind of had a plan, which was the home party plan, the coffee meeting plan, pitching everyone, but I didn't have any plans in terms of knowing who to talk to, where to find them, how to approach them, when to transition from chit chat to business chats, all those elements that are really important in order to build a business effectively and to scale it to a level where you actually have people come to you, right? And this is what attraction marketing as a strategy has allowed me to do, which is fantastic. So if you want to know the how to, then type attraction marketing within the chat. If you haven't received the emails, if you're already on my email list, then let me know if you already received them and if they came into your email box promptly and nicely at good times, so that I make sure that it's all delivered to you, because this is good stuff, like really, really, really good stuff. Now, I said that today what I want to share with you. Let me put the sound down now that I know that it's all working good. I said that today the one thing I want to share with you is what you need to do in order to be attractive in your business and in life in general. So we are remaining on the topic of attraction, being attractive. What does it mean to be attractive in business and in life, right? Like, what is it that you find attractive in the businesses that you're following or the people you are aligning yourself with? Give me some adjectives of what is it that you find in attractive in the people that you're following. What are people that you know as friends, family members, or businesses as entities? What are some of the adjectives that you would align to those people, to those businesses that you're following and connecting with, that you find attractive? Now, the reason I want to talk about this one thing is because I see a pattern when I talk to some of my coaching clients, and I actually had this conversation with one of my coaching clients a few days ago I can tell you here, on Tuesday. My diary is right here. And what I've realized is that working with this client, but also many people, but this client specifically, is that we reached a point where actually no other tools, strategies, way of doing whatever I've kind of given as suggestions to do to achieve their goals. Nothing would have make any difference to that client anymore. And what really came to me as seeing the pattern of what's been happening is the self-sabotaging element that has been going on within that client. Yet, I see it in many people, and I've actually done it for myself, hence I can resonate, right? And I believe that actually a lot of us, until we get into the awareness type of inner work, actually going through that phase of self-sabotaging. And I sometimes even have to catch myself not to self-sabotage myself again, yet doing awareness work, personal development work, I can see things coming, right? I'm a little bit more in touch, in tune with what's going on within, and I can feel my body reacting when something externally is actually unfolding or happening to me, not or for me, I would say, actually, not to me, but for me. Okay. And that is a way of thinking as well, which is really important, because things are not happening to us, they're happening for us. When something, kind of quote bad is happening to us, it's usually a sign from, source, universe, divine, gods, Allah, whatever it is that you want to call it, giving you a sign that you are not in the right direction. Okay. And it's a moment, it's at that moment that we need to kind of reflect and analyze what is going on and what it is that I should be doing in order to go back onto the right path. Does that make sense? Drop me a yes in the chat if it does, and if it resonates as well. Now, with that client, I've noticed that there was that pattern going on of self-sabotaging, and I used to neglect this element myself, as I've said, right? And this element must be a priority at all times. It must be a priority at all times if you want to succeed in business as well as in life. And that is self-love, my friend. Self-love is so important. It's so important. We cannot function without giving some love to oneself. And why is that? Why is it that we cannot actually function fully without giving self-love to oneself? Well, the first thing is that we cannot serve other people from an empty cup. We cannot provide value if we have an empty cup. We cannot pour love onto others if we don't love onto ourselves first, right? There's no other ways to actually impact other people positively, but first of all, giving some love to ourselves, some self-care. The thing is that if we do not give some love to ourselves, if we do not prioritize self-love, the chances are that you're going to go into burnout, which happened to me. The chances are that you are going to develop stress, anxiety, maybe some depression, some breakdown, because when we are, especially in a society in which we are living, which is go, 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 instant, people are expecting instant gratification all the time, everywhere, then we are risking to feel, like my client actually shared with me, pulled in all directions by every single one who wants a piece of us. That is not going to serve you if you let it be. If you let other people pull you in every single directions, empty your cup, yet without you refilling your own cup, then you won't have anything left to give. And this is usually where the danger zone is actually happening. That's where people are entering the danger zone. My cousin, one of my cousins that I was very close to, was more considered as my big sister than a cousin, helped me in very difficult times of my life when I was a teenager, left my parents at the age of 14, then went to places and ended up, living with this cousin of mine that was more like a sister, as I said. She was giving so much to people, like even me included, right? And her mom and our grandmother, her friends, her husband. She was really a giver all over. And she had a lot of stories, always giving. And actually, she wasn't refilling her own cup. She wasn't taking time to actually reflect on herself and take a step back and stop for a bit, giving too much to others and refilling her cup. What did that end up her doing is, yes, giving her own life. taking her own life. Sorry, that's how we say, yeah. She ended up taking her own life in the most horrendous way you could ever imagine, right? Like, yeah, she burned herself to death because she's been giving so much without looking, sorry, I'm getting a little bit out of breath and emotional here, but like without refilling her own cup and give some self-love to herself. That's why it's so important. And I'm not saying that if you don't refill your cup, you're going to end up taking your own life. This is what happens a lot in people's life. However, they forget themselves. Especially, I tend to see women with children, and you know once they have children, they tend to forget that they are a woman first, and that they are a human being, an individual to start with, that have some needs, desires to be fulfilled. You've got to look after yourself first in order to be able to empower positively other people you wish to give some value. You cannot operate from an empty cup. That is a dangerous zone. So now, what can you do? First, does that resonate with you? Do you know anyone that you feel has emptied their cup to the point where they are suffering, from within? Because the one way you can actually empty your cup very quickly is by being a pleaser, pleasing other people without taking a step back from time to time to please yourself, to make yourself feel good. Right? Do you know anyone that is operating that way? Maybe it's yourself. Do you feel in those people or in yourself the energy depleting, so much so that they're becoming, almost what's the words, they cannot operate, function in the best way possible within their business, within their life. They're becoming very um very triggered easily. They're becoming they snap at the very minimal things that happens, around them, which is for them, but then they take it as it is happening to them. They're becoming a victim of their situation because they don't see with a panoramic view anymore of what it is that life has to offer, since they are not refilling their cup anymore. I was there. It's a very dangerous zone. Now, what can you do in order to refill that cup from time to time so that you can be functioning at all times and making sure that you are that person you want to be, of giving? If you want to give, then that's great. It's a great quality. It's awesome to give and wanting to empower other people all the time. Yet you've got to equal, if not give yourself even more of that empowerment and positiveness into your life, so that you always have enough to give and enough within your cup for yourself as well to live with and to be rejuvenated by. Okay, so what can you do in order to give yourself some self-love? Read a good book. It doesn't have to be personal development type of books. That's what I read. This is what I love. This is what makes me feel good. You can read a book that is about other things. Like, actually, although I love, well, it's always kind of around positive personal development books, whether it's business books or spiritual books. I love these kind of books. But you might love a good thriller. You might love a good fantasy book. May read something that makes you feel good. Taking a bath could be also another way of you having a good time and relax, let go. Some people don't like it. I've seen someone else, I don't remember who it is, but posting or sharing that having taking a bath after 10 minutes they get bored, yet having a massage is a way of them relaxing fully. And I'm all for everything for both of them, massage and bath, but I definitely am a massage whore. I'm glad that my boyfriend is back since yesterday after 3 weeks, but because we love giving each other's massage. Eat good food. Eating good food is so important, and I can actually talk about this. I've been, qualified as a nutrition therapist or advisor. Sorry. I've been also looking into my own nutrition for myself, what makes me feel good and not so good. I'm a little more aware of what I've got to fuel my body with in order to function better, to have a less cloudy mind, in order to be able to see clearly and to have the energy that is supporting me throughout the day. So eating good food is a great way of giving you some self-love. Meditating is another way, right? And obviously, if you've been following me for a while, that meditation is a big part of my routine, daily routine, morning and evening. I'm actually, from next week, as I've said earlier, I'm going to my yearly 10-day silent meditation retreat, where I'm like for 10 days, 10 to 11 hours a day in silence, no technology devices allowed, no writing, no reading, no physical contact, no eye contact whatsoever, just myself, my thoughts, my feelings, and that's it. I come out of there, it's like a massive reset button for me. Although I practice meditation throughout the year every single day, then going there, it's an extra self-love that I'm providing myself with in order to reset, to not have any commitment to anyone, to anything, not even my partner, my life partner, not even you guys. I do it in a way that I make sure you're still receiving love, attention, value from me, because I use the magnificent tools and method of automations that are allowing me to be away from my business, yet still having my business running from me, which is uh, a massive part of the business that I love, because I want to keep on pouring love onto you. Just like I'm pretty sure you want to keep on pouring love on other people. But how do you do it when you want to be away from your business? Because, I mean, let's face it, we cannot be 24/7 on. That's like crazy. But can your business be on 24/7 even when you're away from it? Yes, it can. If you need more info on that, let me know in the chat. Type automation and I'll get back to you, because this is a massive part of my business that allows me to step back without feeling like my audience is going to miss out on the value and content I want to share with them, so that they can implement it in their business as well. Okay. The next thing that you can use to give some self-love, which is also really important when I do lack on it, and I do sometimes lack on that element, I feel the difference, is exercising. I'm not saying to go and get a massive workout of an hour and a half or 2 hours at the gym or even at home. It may be just as simple as doing 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes of running around the block to move the blood flow within your body, to refresh your mind, to make your body into motion, so that you have that flow of new fresh energy coming through. Okay, I definitely see and feel the difference when I stay at home very sedentary and not going out, and I realize, oh my god, I didn't go out for like however long. Then I go for a run or something, even a walk, just to walk. And all of a sudden, I've got a fresher mind, new ideas coming through, because I'm connected to nature. The other thing, journaling. Gratitude journaling is massive practice, daily practice that I have. Excuse me. I love journaling. It makes me feel connected to what I've been receiving throughout my life, what I currently have, and being grateful also for what I'm creating and what I'm about to receive, which, when being grateful for what I already have and what I've received so far in my life, throughout my life, it gives some signals and messages to the universe, the source, divine, the, you know, vortex, God, etc., that I am open and ready to receive more of that. Gratitude is a great way of attracting more of what you want into your life. Listening to good music and dance like a lunatic, you know, it's a great way to, you know, express yourself, to express, to take off your shoulder, your chest, whatever you want to express, to maybe scream in a pillow, to go in a park early morning when there's no one around and scream your head off, to remove notifications from your phone is another one as well. Like stress, uh, stress level will come down. I removed all notifications from my phone except from WhatsApp because it's only friends and family, so it doesn't buzz all the time. But my messenger, my Facebook, etc., I removed all notifications that was like all the time buzzing, 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 and you know, my attention was like, oh, you know, it's like we don't realize, but each and every single second that the notification is coming up, we actually tend to open the notification and read it, and then another minute or 5 minutes is, and all those minute or 5 minutes accumulated together is a lot of hours, you know, that you're wasting on not being focused into what you are supposed to do. Right, putting a limit maybe on your phone, your apps usage, which I've started doing on my Facebook. I've put like a 4 hour usage per day. If you have an iPhone, I can guide you on how to do that. It kind of gives signals to your subconscious that you want to spend only that amount of time, thus being so focused on what you need to do and must do in your business and not gonna go around. And I'm spending much less time on my actual Facebook app. I might do the same for other apps as well. And get enough sleep. That is also very important. Like today, for example, I woke up yesterday, we went to bed. My boyfriend came back from Israel after 3 weeks. We missed each other. That was great to actually have that feeling of missing each other. Went to the airport to meet him, to welcome him surprisingly, and we came home, we had good dinner, etc. And then we went to bed about 2:30 in the morning. When the alarm went off at 9, I didn't have enough sleep anyway. On my diary, I planned to wake up at 10 anyway. And I actually went back to bed, and yes, I went to bed and woke up again at 2:30 in the afternoon. I just listened to my body, and yes, I have the ability to do this because I managed my own diary. Today, I didn't have any clients I had to meet on Zoom or anything. I just had to come up and be live for you guys and with you. Uh, Yet I just allowed myself to listen to my body, because otherwise, if I function on not enough sleep, I'm not the right person to be surrounded of. And at times I can, you know, like I would wake up with not much sleep, but then I would have to catch up on that at some point, if that makes sense. Not that you can catch up on time and sleep, but you know, rejuvenate kind of thing. Now, how can you actually implement those things? Because I can hear some of you. I can hear some people telling me, even some clients, you know, I've got no time. I've got babies, children, too much work. I'm pulled in all directions. That's what my clients, I had this moment of, you know, saying you've got to give yourself some self-love. Told me, you know, I've got too much work. I'm in this moment of the year where it's so like crazy, and I've got everything. I'm pulled in all direction. I'm in that situation of life that, you know, is not ideal to implement meditation, although I love it, and I'm stressed. Listen, my answer to this is we all have 24 hours in a day. Even the most successful people, the million, you know how much source of income it takes for an average millionaire to be there? About 7 to 12 different income source. Okay, so to manage all this, yes, you've got a team and all this, but you've got to be there. You've got to be in the trenches at some point, and and every single one of us, even the millionaires out there or the leaders that you may know and follow, have a life. I have a life. Like when people tell me I'm busy, I'm overwhelmed, this is the new disease of the 21st century. Literally, I'm busy, I'm overwhelmed. We've got to stop that. We've got to scratch that. We've got to take ownership and control of our life and be in charge of what's going on and coming in and what we let out of it as well. So I've got one word which I said to my client, one word. When you feel pulled in all directions, when you've got too much, when you feel stressed, quote overwhelmed, quote busy, that one word is decision. Decision. You've got to make a decision. You've got to make a decision to take the time to look after yourself, to give yourself some me time, to meditate, whatever time you want to give yourself. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be an hour meditation in the morning and an hour meditation in the evening like I do. I even at times throughout the year, at some point it was like, okay, I only have 15 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is that you've got, and you get to choose. It is your life. It is your life. You've got to take and make the decision to take the time to refill your cup so that you can give to other people without feeling depleted and breaking the cup because people are still going to take from you. People don't need you. They will need you if you allow them to need you. Right? Does that make sense? Like, type the word decision in the chat if you're ready to take charge of your life, if you're ready to give yourself some love. Enough so that you can actually keep on pouring on other people. This is why I'm going away. Actually, for a week, I didn't do any stories or anything. Yeah, I put a post here and there on my timeline, but I didn't put any posts on my grid in Instagram. I didn't do any story and Facebook stories. I'm already kind of like switched off sort of things. I do the bare minimum, sending my emails to you. I am coming live to you. And I'm preparing other things in the back end so that I can go and meditate in this 10-day silent meditation retreat while feeling comfortable and reassured that you've got everything that you need to receive and that I'm planning on serving you with without feeling depleted myself. Okay, I'm going to rejuvenate, to recharge, to refill my cup. Okay, and if you know me, if you've been following me for a while, you know that every single day I'm coming up after my gratitude journaling. I'm coming up with intuitively what comes first, as a word. And the first one that came today was focus. You've got to focus. You've got to focus on giving yourself time. You've got to focus on what you've got to do and also what you need to do for yourself. And it's important to give yourself some love. Otherwise, you're going to break down. You feel stressed. You're going to not keep the course. You're not going to be able to sustain this ongoing life and feel like you cannot add any more, and that you're kind of reaching maybe a point of like enough. There's so much more that you can do and have and be if you let it, if you give yourself the chance to give yourself some love. So I would encourage you to drop me in the chat. What is it that you're going to do to give yourself some love from now on? This week, today, this weekend coming. What is one thing Let's start small, baby steps. That's the best strategy that I love. Baby steps. Don't overwhelm yourself with too much. That's what we're trying not to do. Do one thing for however small or large of amount of time that you have to allocate to that one thing to give yourself some love. But what is one thing that you are going to commit yourself and take the decision to give yourself some love with? Is it going to be reading, gratitude journaling, meditating? Maybe you're already doing some of those things and you need to add a new thing to refill your cup even further, because you're giving more empowerment and value to other people than you used to. When the more you are, putting out of your cup, the more you need to refill. Got it? So tell me one thing that you're gonna do. Maybe it's connecting with a community of yours. Maybe it is to step back from your business for a bit. Maybe it's to implement some automation. Maybe it is um, to to reconnect with other elements, such as, again, gratitude, just nature, life, simple things, having good foods, reviewing what is it that you're fueling your body with. Okay. Your mind and your body is the vessel that is allowing you to keep on going. If you don't fuel it with the right elements, your vessel is going to crash or explode, whatever metaphor you prefer. So you've got to look after it by giving it some love. On that note, I'm sending you all the love that I can from my cup to yours. I am wishing you to be feeling amazing, to be feeling happy, to be feeling in harmony within your body, within your mind, to feel that you can have it all and you are in charge of whatever it is that you want to create and what is happening in life for you. So lots of love to you. Have a great evening. Have a great end of the weekend ahead. And I look forward to seeing you on the next Facebook Live, wherever we are going to meet, maybe in private messaging. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat and share with me what is the one thing you're going to do to give yourself some love this week. Lots of love. This is a wrap. Bye-bye.